Hello, boys and girls. Do you know what? I sent the live voice note as I'm sick. This is what this girl said.
No, I
has
had
been
to
doing
laugh.
since.
Fegemi sounds like she has been working for NURTW for at least 7 months.
Oh no, not NURTW.
I've heard all sorts of things. That won't I do champion sound remix?
I'm getting it.
I said, you know what? That's
No, what's what? Fegemi said chi.
key. See,
It's clicking.
my dear, David, if you need a backup, I did for you. Anyway,
champion
I've been
sounding
sick.
Yeah.
You know.
You had our able, not so able
Yes, I'm
compatriots.
very sorry about that. But unfortunately, I'm a bit ill, and so I don't have Omarion or the sister. What they call? I don't have the variants. I've done 5 COVID tests because I was just like, I don't grab. So how will I be sick and then I don't have COVID? But anyway, that's not the point. So
Should I take over?
if you don't mind,
Please.
Hi guys. Today we have a guest with us.
the most premium
pie in Lagos. She has moved.
She has moved. Last
She was
time we
number
discussed-
37.
Yes.
Then we are moved to like 15.
She's
now she's
number
a
one.
good no
No.
yet now.
But
She's now like 4.
Hell.
Yeah,
She's like the
top 4.
4th finest girl in Lagos
Top
now.
4.
Like
She's most premium.
But you know how they normally do 1 to 4. Then in class, you get first, second, third. Then they give, best in science. This best in premium.
Best in
pie.
premium.
Best
I like
in-
that.
Best is sold out. And this is a sold out crew. Look at that.
Yes. First of all, look at our outfits.
Look at this.
They're from Nicole's collaboration, her edits with Zephans
See,
and
when you
Co.
wear this kind of outfits, you know that you're not into labor. You're not into stress.
That's the thing.
I can't even carry my bag.
Like imagine the feathers touching steel somehow.
in this kind of outfit, somebody has to carry my bag.
I think so.
Yeah.
But literally you can't. Like where would you put
No. It's not done.
It's not done.
It's not done.
But we have Nicole with us here to talk about different things.
Yes.
But so that Fekemi can go and rest.
I'm going to pour you guys the wine.
Oh God.
They say I won't drink on air.
Not on air.
My doctor is apparently familiar with this platform. So,
Doctor, she's not drinking.
So while Fekemi pours our wine, I'm going to tell us what today's gift of the day is, and then I'm going to get into the conversation with Nicole. So today we are going to be giving 2 mothers with newborns or very, very young children, pre-toddler, what do you call them? Before you're a toddler and after you're a newborn, what's that? Just a baby. I mean.
Yeah.
Just a baby.
It's just a baby.
2 mothers with babies, a bunch of fantastic things, which I'm going to read out. Brought to you by the Wellbeing Foundation Africa. We are going to be giving 2 mothers with newborns or babies a bunch of fantastic gifts. But before I tell you what exactly they are, I'm going to tell you who Wellbeing Foundation Africa is.
Yes.
Now, Wellbeing Foundation Africa was founded in 2004 by Her Excellency Mrs. Tunyo Saraki. And they're like one goal. Some people have many different goals. No. Wellbeing Foundation Africa's major goal is just to improve the health outcomes for women, infants, and children. So whenever you see all those neonatal, antenatal, maternal, that's what they basically focus on.
Mm-hmm.
How to get the best for mother and baby. They've had over 200,000 women on their flagship mama care classes. Fekemi, do you think you need mama care classes?
yes.
Like, what do I do with this offspring?
Absolutely. I think like 4 people will have to come with me.
Yeah. But interestingly enough, I think what they do is basically from when you're pregnant to delivery. That's their main work. And they haven't lost one mother yet, which is
I
pretty
want to
cool.
be doing all those
That is
classes where like
amazing.
you sit down there and then they massage your back.
Fake
Okay, but
Do you know what I mean?
while that sounds like a vibe, is that really why we're going for prenatal?
Lamas, absolutely.
But
What
yeah,
else do people do there?
many things Fake me like learn how to take care of the
Then they
actual
play a
child.
game around like, doing the swaddle of the doll. I like that.
Do you know what? To be fair, like my hospital had some really sick antenatal classes because they had like amazing snacks. So
See?
I would go
G-gram.
because the snacks were lit. So I'll just go take my snack and then I would leave. But we'll talk a bit more
I feel
about
like
that later.
that's why I said 4 people have to go so that like when they get back home, they can give me the notes.
Right.
Because like obviously not.
But shout out to them, though. I think it's so
Yes.
important, helping and educating mothers.
Yes, and then doing lots of work in like policy research and development. They've worked with like huge mother and baby care facing companies like Johnson and Johnson to figure out how can they, given like our climb, because there's like international best practice and there's what's practical and what can we do here. So they've done a lot of work in figuring that out. So when I saw that, I said approach to being like, hi guys, we are working on a campaign and we'd really like to do something specifically targeted at mothers. They were like, of course, that's what we do here. And so we're very excited to have this be a particularly special raffle because it's free.
It is free.
Zero
and two
money.
people win.
Yeah, and 2 people win.
2 people.
Yeah, so what's going to happen is if you go to our website right now and you decide you want to enter the raffle, you're not going to pay anything. You're just going to enter in your email and click to get a single raffle.
You can only enter once.
And you can only enter once, please. I know your baby is precious to you, but you cannot enter 80 times, man.
Do you get?
Grandma, please. I know you want the baby to win, but please. Uncle, I know you want to be best uncle in the world. You cannot call... Well, to be honest, you can call all your friends and tell them to try, but there is no cost at all. We're very, very excited. And I'm going to read out like some of the things that we're going to be getting 2 lucky mothers and their fantastic offspring. So, are you guys ready? We're going to get baby socks, a baby blanket, body suits, baby hats, mittens, feeding bottles, sleep suits, hooded towels, baby care products like toothbrushes, sanitary towels for the mothers, bath thermometer, hairbrush and comb, baby oil, muslin squares, feeding bibs, cuddly toys, nipple cream, nursing dresses for the mothers, baby carriers, hot water flasks, eucalyptus oil, pocket nappies, a foldable crib. Okay. Feeding bottles, cleaning sets, and tons of diapers and baby
Can
wipes.
I just say that like the hairbrush seems a bit violent for like the baby.
You know, I had no hair till I was like 3. And my mother would...
Yes, I can see that.
She would scrap, like she would literally like, my dad would be like, free this girl. I'm like, no, other babies are wearing hairband. My baby wear.
Exactly. So all 3 strands of your hair. Just
and then there'll be one
together.
big bob. So, you know, like, technically the hair is meant to come out of the... No. She would just tie. And then everybody, you can see in the picture that everybody's kind of like, okay.
And like, she's a
girl.
We move. I love that.
But yeah, so I mean, the hairbrush is in Faith.
Yeah, I just because they
like
use
that.
those really soft like brushes on them because when you just a hairbrush.
Yeah, no, it's a soft one because like a lot of, I mean, I'm an expert, so I can jump in with the hairbrush. Babies tend to have like this random thing called cradle cap. So it's gross. So it's like really bad dandruff, and then you use baby oil, which comes in one of the things that they're giving. And then you now brush the hair to kind of brush out the flakes. So it's not just like a vanity thing. It's also quite useful, but you know,
Nicola's mother of many nations.
Many. So,
so
feedback.
we're really, really excited and we're looking forward to shipping a bunch of stuff off to mothers. Good luck, and thank you very, very much to Wellbeing Foundation Africa.
Shout out Wellbeing.
Yay.
Before I go, can I just say one thing that I've accomplished?
Okay.
While I was sick, I just felt like I'm sick, right? And so this is a hard time. So I bought some bank leaf. Look at that.
Oh, yes.
Don't you think it's just, I just thought,
No.
you know what? The best thing for me. People were messaging me, what do you need? I said, I know. That's just what I wanted to announce.
They're gorgeous.
The retail therapy, it's really helping.
They're gorgeous. They're really
That's
nice.
really good.
To move forward.
But I think this is also really inspiring for me because typically, like when I'm sick, I would buy like pepper soup.
Right.
So this has really shown me that I really need to aim higher.
You need to step up your game.
Because I don't understand what that means.
Holding you at number 4.
Honestly,
You see it. By the time I do this one now,
when
number 1,
came,
we've
my
moved.
brother just said, there's something for you. And I didn't even wake up. So he came, he said, is this what you bought? At this
like he
critical
thought
maybe
stage.
it was medicine. If you look at it,
It's medicinal.
because I'm thinking to myself, I will rise.
I must rise.
To wear this, I will rise.
Exactly. I must rise. Mhm.
And I must look good when I rise.
Amen.
Yeah, all right.
I also just want to say that Nicola said she's giving me this jumpsuit.
Yes.
I want to announce it here.
Today's Sip and Share is brought to you by Bacchus Red Wine, the #1 premium red wine from the House of Bacchus, made with hand-picked grapes from some of the best vineyards. So whether you're having a little bit of a Netflix and chill or some me time, whether you're like Fakemi and I wallowing the trials of others, you're on a date, you're celebrating a good time, celebrating a win, Bacchus Red Wine is the red wine for you. Share all your moments this season with Bacchus Red Wine. All right, back to the show. So the first one is going to be it's feedback from someone who we helped like deal with a problem.
Okay.
And she called herself FK's Jumpsuits at the time.
Oh.
Yes. So here's what she says. And the issue was that she had a friend that she felt like her husband and the person were becoming really good friends, which was a problem, but they used to exclude her from things. And she was just like, guys. So here's what she says. Hi guys, thanks for the advice. You're actually quite helpful, and it felt good to know that I wasn't just being petty. I brought up the matter with my husband again as suggested, and it turns out he didn't actually understand what I was saying the first time. So I had to explicitly tell him I don't want them communicating. And he said that's absolutely fine. I could tell he still didn't get why it was bothering me, especially because he thought I would want him being cool with my friends. But he doesn't really want me feeling any type of way, so whatever I want works for him. Turns out she was actually the one always going to him. So now all he has to do is air her. And I decided to give it some distance because I don't understand why she's checking in with my man more often than she's checking with me. But that's her business. Also, you guys were super amazing at the live show. Oh, thanks, babe. So that was her feedback. So the issue was that...
Wow, that is... Wow.
Yeah. But the way it sounded to me, like I genuinely felt like maybe the guy doesn't grab. Maybe she just mentioned it almost like in passing, like, now, wow, you guys seem to gist a lot. I didn't get the impression that she had told him, bros, Calvary greetings to you. This lady. Yeah, so we kind of told her that she has to directly, you can't just like crack a joke. You have to go to me and be like, yo, this is making me quite uncomfortable. And I don't like the fact that like it's almost like you people are now friends and I'm excluded from that. Because I don't do that with your boys. So
exactly.
Yeah. So glad to know that in our plethora of terrible advice, someone has found.
But that was good advice. I think that women find it quite hard to have these kind of conversations. Well, in my experience, because I'm very non-confrontational. I cannot confront an aunt. Really? I can't do it. It's like I find it very, very uncomfortable. So I tend to hide my issues behind like a joke. I'm like, ha ha ha. Now, wow. I see you have a new boo, as opposed to saying, yeah, hey, how far? Because trust me, your husband or your boyfriend, whoever, will let you know quickly. Like, oh, so this is your boyfriend now. Why are you calling me? Don't call me. Go and meet your man. So yeah, kudos to you stepping it up, being direct.
Okay. So this person calls herself Chimamanda's Afro. Speaking of, did you see those new pictures of Chimamanda?
I did. Stunning and gorgeous. Just everything was just giving the glam, like the makeup, the hair, the face, everything was just.
And then the
giving.
magazine had the audacity to say it's too glamorous.
I just
mentioned
hate it.
I can't remember which day of 12 days that I spoke about that, about how like, and it was even talking about her specifically, about how she had a bit of an issue when she was first trying to be taken seriously as like a writer, right? This idea that serious women look a kind of way, and that was alien to her because Nigerian women, we look good, period.
Yep.
Like, but it doesn't matter whether you're like, sort of like in academia or in science or in the beauty industry. Like, it's a thing. Wear your earring. Do your honest, at the very least
at home,
you must look good.
Yeah.
So I found that very odd. And so for it to now come up again that the magazine just felt like, this isn't giving what we kind
it's
of
not
like
giving
very strange.
Black
because
trauma
Nigerian women
struggle.
will not hear that. Like, I have a few friends' parents who are like academics or work in like very serious fields, or I have a friend whose mom like is the MD of a bank, and the way the woman, when she steps out,
she's coming through hard.
Her wigs,
I love it for
her
her.
wigs, her face beats, even on like her like casual, like, okay, no, let's not take anything too serious. Like the way she looks, I'm just like, babes, not that, oh, you have makeup on, so you're not serious. I find those things so strange. So strange. But Chimamanda's Afro says, I successfully jackpot last year and have been living with my boyfriend since then.
Congrats.
I have a fairly decent job and really good career prospects, but I'm really lonely. My boyfriend is great and I love him to bits, but I miss having girlfriends. I even downloaded Bumble once, but I quickly got overwhelmed and my social anxiety got the better of me, and I deleted my account. Guys, how do I go about finding my own community in London? We actually answered a question like this a few days ago about making friends. Making friends as an adult is way harder, especially when you're in a new country, new city. But first of all, you are in Nigeria's 38th state. London. Nigeria's 37th state is Texas. Houston to be specific. But Nigeria's 38th state is London. So you're actually in good company. First of all, you have a job. You have an address. Very good, because people are wary of people who just come out of the blue and are extra friendly. The next thing, can I crash on your couch? No. I think there are different ways to make new friends in a new place. First off is like your job, right? And sometimes the job is just leverage, because people always say like colleagues can be friends or whatever. But I think it's stuff like, like English people are big on like after work bonding, like going to the pub,
drinks at the pub,
going for drinks. And they're always very like, I don't know that they are very invested in like deep friendships, but they're very good with like casual social friendships. Like, oh, do you want to go for this? Do you want to go for that? So I think that you can start there, but then also thanks to the wonderful, amazing thing called social media, you can never go wrong. So I think you can start off looking at people who talk about things that have similar interests to you. Going on, I hate this word because my parents use it all the time, forum.
On platform.
Going on forums or platforms with things you're interested in. Let me give you an example. If you're a Beyonce fan, you're going to make friends now. Now.
Yep.
Like now. Just now. Go out and say, is there any Beyonce type event? Beyonce's birthday. My friend Ozzy and her sister were in London. They went in London. Beyonce's 40th birthday. Some fans had organized a brunch.
Yeah, I saw that. And they had like karaoke.
We are celebrating Beyonce's birthday. What did they all have in common? They're Beyonce fans. Different races, different ages. Like they were older women, teenagers.
I saw.
They paid money to eat and drink and do karaoke.
And it looked like it was
they
a
had
whole
a rollicking
vibe.
time. If you're into sports, depending on the area you live in, there are lots of like community sporting groups. So maybe you like to play like hockey, basketball, football, swimming. If you just go to like the local youth center or whatever, you're like, oh, you're looking to start doing, there'll always be a place for people to direct you to. So you can start off building things with people you have in common. If you are religious, it's a no-brainer. Find a church, find a mosque, and look for the groups that are affiliated with. If you want to start working in church, or something, you're just looking for community and connection. Religious groups are very, very good at that. They love to connect people. They want you to be equally yoked.
Yeah,
with your friendship. So they're always only too happy to be like, you're like, oh, hi, I just moved here and I'd like to make some, just emphasize, I'd like to make some Christian friends. No problem. Please come and join Ruth and Esther. So making friends, you start off with like lowest common multiples. Look for all the things you like to do or you enjoy doing. You can do that. I found Twitter particularly helpful as well. Lots of people who moved countries found communities very quickly on social media with like just hinting sometimes, being like, what's everybody doing this weekend in London? People will just start giving ideas, quickly hop in a DM and take it from there. Especially if you're meeting a public place, people are less wary of stuff like that. So I think you'll be fine. I don't use it as much anymore, but Facebook is still fantastic for stuff like that. You know, although it might be like your auntie's cousins, brothers, sister, that's the only issue.
Like literally people will send you message saying, oh, Calvary greetings, this grand rising. Like you don't go on Facebook. Joya, please, no. I'm not going to accept that advice from you.
Sorry.
What's that?
Sorry.
We're young and trendy now.
Okay. Twitter and Instagram.
Please.
And re-download Bumble. I have friends who made friends off of Bumble.
Oh, that's cute.
Because it's designed for you to make the first move.
Right.
So you kind of control the interaction. It's all up to you. So you can definitely do that.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And what I would also say, like, ask your friends for like hookups. Like, you can ask friends, like, oh, do you know anyone? Do you have any friends who are in London? Or I think having that common denominator as well of a mutual person would greatly help, because people are like, oh yeah, sure, oh, your friend, okay, I can meet them for coffee, I can meet them for lunch, and I think that makes things easier. I love a good hookup.
A friend
referral.
The best. And then I think you need to don't be too anxious about looking or seeming eager. A lot of adults are quite lonely, to be honest. Like, don't worry about that too much. A lot of people go through like a weird thing in their friendships when they're in their late 20s, early 30s. And it just seems like, am I missing out on something? It's because you have to go out of your way to try, because everyone's schedule is changing. People are making like big life decisions, moving elsewhere in different cities, towns, states. Their jobs are changing. So you have to go out of your way to be like, oh, I'm trying to make and preserve new friendships. And don't think like you're being eager or worry about that too much. We're all overthinking it. Trust me, everybody, the same way you're anxious, like, I hope she doesn't think I'm somehow. The other person too is thinking that same thing. So just put your best foot forward. The same way when you're looking for a job, looking for a house, you go full throttle. If you're looking to make really good friendships in a new country, you have to do the same thing.
Agreed.
So yeah, you'll be fine. And I'm sure like you're soon going to have like the most fantastic, work life. Just be like, guys, I now have so many friends. I just don't know what to do. So good luck, Chimamanda's Afro.
Good luck, hon.
That was fun.
That was a good one.
Yeah, it was. And now we're done with that. As you already know, Flutterwave is an amazing payment processing platform, but they are not just that. Flutterwave is working on a host of products to make your life easier, not just as a consumer, but also as a business owner. Now, Flutterwave is currently working on something called Flutterwave Grow. And Flutterwave Grow is targeted at making the process of incorporating your business legally and business-wise in the simplest way possible. They are working to build a system that means you can just do all of that in one place without worrying about what you're missing out, what you can't do. And it's not just incorporation in Nigeria. This includes the UK, the US, and many other places. So check out Flutterwave Grow, ask them questions, join the wait list, and we're very excited to see how your business can grow. All right, back to the program. So Nicole, best in business.
You said it.
How are you? How are you doing?
I'm good. Honestly, I still feel really overwhelmed by the way everything went. I mean, I think I had spoken to you about it, about like doing a live and going on Instagram, and I'm trying to reach as many people, and I'm going to go on this live and that live and that live, and I just didn't want to let Kiki down.
For you guys who don't know, Kiki owns Zephans & Co.
Yes. Kiki is the founder and head designer at Zephans & Co. And Zephans already does really well. So I wanted to prove that I was worth partnering with, right? Like I would make a considerable difference, even though they already do really well. I wanted to do that for her. I wanted to do that, of course, for myself, just to see, test, flex the premiumness, and just see. I've never really done anything fashion wise in that sense. I used to model that year. So it was really awesome. I was excited to be part of it, but I was nervous. But like with everything that happened, I'm still so overwhelmed. The site went live at 9 a.m. No problem. 9:02 website crashes. Site like crashed. And like I'd mentioned earlier, Zephans already a super successful brand. Yeah. So they already do orders, like traffic is nothing new to them. So for them to have gotten like that, like Kiki was confused. Everyone was confused. Like, what is happening? What's happening? And it was super overwhelming. They would try and bring it back up. It would crash again. Like they're trying to move servers. They had to get like a server 4 times.
The last time I heard this, there are 2 people I've heard this from. So Kai, Fisaya used to have an issue every time she would do a drop.
Right.
And I used to crash.
Really?
And then when anybody announces Erica as their brand ambassador.
Yes, star girl. You know the vibes now.
So see your mates.
What can you see? Hey, Face, bestie. Hey, Erica. We're rubbing shoulders. So, it was really, really, really incredible. And the response as well has been really good. Yesterday I was at KFC. Can we say brand names?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so I was at KFC and 3 women came up to me like, oh, I love the drop. It was so amazing. So that was really nice. Just even the feedback regarding that.
Just knowing that you can do that you can create something and put it out and have people interact with it and buy. Because it's one thing for people to say, oh my God, that's nice. You know? And anybody that has worked with any sort of like beauty, fashion brand knows that's not the issue. The issue is not getting like engagements, which is people saying, this looks good, this is nice. Being able to move from that to people like saying, okay, I want this in my wardrobe and I'm ready to pay for it to be in my wardrobe.
So this is the conversion.
Completely different. It's fantastic.
Thanks,
and I was so
girl.
pleased for you. So guys, let me tell you what happened. This episode was supposed to be much earlier. Right? But we had to move things around. And Nicole was super gracious about it. But so we were supposed to actually record the episode the day the edit dropped. Nicole would have been a mess because she wouldn't have been able to focus.
I wouldn't have.
For the time we booked and everything, she just would not have been able to focus. 1. 2, by the time it came out, you guys would have been cussing us out because everything was gone.
Yeah.
But according to Nicole, they're bringing some of the items back. So
yes,
you guys can please allow her here word.
Yes, please. So actually this set that you're wearing is coming back, the Alba 2.0. This jumpsuit's coming back as well. And then the Dari dress is like a sequence dress with like feathers.
The real, when I saw that outfit, I was like, this is an Igbo auntie.
Oh yeah. I was like, if this is my chance to really lean into who I really want to be, fully Igbo, wealthy, opulent, I mean, this is Christmas time. I can start wearing sequins from 9 a.m. in the morning. This is my time, And unfortunately, Kiki is Igbo too. So we're like, sequins, you put sequins, you still put feather. Then it will be short sight. You now cut it here. The slits will still come to here. She's like, yes, I'm loving this.
I absolutely love it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I really enjoyed it. So I called Nicole in the evening and we had like a wonderful moment.
I know.
Like, but it was so nice.
It was
just really nice because I remember how like anxious you are. And you're like, Jola, let's do this. I think I need to do this. I need to do that. So it's just really nice to see that. But and
thank you so much for the phone call, by the way. Like it was so nice. I mean, obviously I was getting lots of phone calls of people cussing me out because of the website and congratulating me, which I appreciated. But because I had spoken to you previously, like, oh, I'm so scared. Yeah. That really meant so much. You're a top babe.
Thank you. That made me blush a little bit. Thank you. I wanted us to talk a little bit about Christmas as a mom, obviously because of the kind of gift we're giving. Do you remember your first Christmas with your first offspring? Like
my first child?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. It was, I had my son March 2013 and that Christmas I was already pregnant.
Nicola, beg! Oh yes,
so
I remember you saying
it was a bit of a tough one, but it was cool. I was in Nigeria. That was the first time I'd gotten like a Christmas tree. In my house, growing up, we never had like a Christmas tree because again, I'm Igbo, so 25th, you know what time it is. We're East Way, Village Street. So there's no time for Christmas tree. So it was my first time really getting one and decorating and things like that. So that was quite nice.
Oh, yeah.
Even though I was on full belly at the time.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I remember when I was much younger, Christmas was about me and my siblings. Like my mom and dad were not really, but they would go like the extra miles to be like, the children need like to feel
that's nice.
Extra. So my mom, I remember I found, and she used to do this even till I got up until secondary school. Like my mom, I had to ignore it. So I'm quite a light sleeper. So my mom I could hear her like come out of her room to put things under the, like, it's just like, sis, what are you doing anymore?
What did you say?
Presents? Who brought presents? And I'm like, you, sis. You brought, I heard you.
I love the commitment.
Yeah, she was very, very like, and she used to do like, so she used to try, after some time it got old. So my mom would act like, oh, maybe one kid's present didn't come, or my brothers didn't come, or, she'll be like, but we all had to play along because it was clear like she really felt, she felt like very strongly about doing, like, I remember one year she got me like a ton of presents and she got my brother's son, but it just felt like there was still something missing. I was like, that I can't remember. She had a whole, like, she clearly had planned it out in her mind. She now did some things. My brother had to go outside and they had like bicycles and they were crying and so excited and they were screaming. And obviously my dad, the Grinch, we will not eat in this house. The guy did not even send. He had paid. That was his own. But I remember like my mom was so chuffed. Like she felt very pleased with herself that she had orchestrated this whole like
that's
thing.
so amazing.
So I know like sometimes Christmas becomes all about like the children. Like nobody even cares about the parents anymore. They just want the children this and the children that. But I was thinking when we were planning like, okay, what should we give? I've worked with some organizations. I've worked with some church folk as well on like just providing stuff for moms. People, babies are expensive. Like I didn't realize how babies are expensive.
It's crazy.
And especially if you're having a child or just had a child around the festive season, right? So when markups happen, it's not just normal things. Everything is like price because people just also make the assumption that it's presents, right? It's gifts, right? So everything, like the markups are crazy. So I was just thinking like it would just be so nice for someone who has been like thinking like, oh, no, I need to buy this and I need to buy this for the baby. I need to buy this for the baby. I need to buy this for the baby. To just like literally not have to think about that. Maybe just any small extra things are up to you, but just not to have to worry about, especially around this period where everybody is like in a very giving and very happy and very carefree mood. And it's not just for there's another thing I've noticed. When people are buying baby things, they focus a lot on the baby. Mom, the mother is just there like, now, wow, someone that cannot even talk. Someone that cannot even talk, I'm just, left alone. But are there things you wished people had thought of gifting you around the time you had a baby?
Yeah, I think the basics would have been much appreciated because I got lots of like fancy things, like, some cool toys and things, which is great. But I would have been so happy with diapers because diapers, you're going to use them every day.
Multiple times
for an extended period of time. So diapers would have been really, really helpful. But then, like you said, I would have also appreciated something for myself. I don't know, like a massage voucher or just something to take my mind off things. Yeah. But with the sort of thing that wellbeing is giving, it's not just like the actual gifts, right? It's the convenience of having everything put together. So everything you need for the newborn is here. The oil, the hairbrush, the comb, the diaper, the wipes, everything is all put together. And I'm not worrying about, getting it from here or here has a better price than here. That would have been amazing.
My mom was saying that she wished they didn't mean to, but like, because everyone was excited. My mom is an only child and my dad was the first son. So that was a bit of a thing, but there was just a lot of visiting. And she was just like, I'm really tired.
Yeah.
And I love my baby and I love you guys, but I'm very tired.
Yeah.
And now I'm thinking of like feeding people and
that's the worst. And I think that's one of the gifts that came out of COVID. No, so like it is such a gift because you're already sleep deprived. You're running on 2-3 hours max of sleep.
Consecutively.
Yeah, consecutively. Yeah, you're getting snippets of sleep here and there. And then people are coming in and they're not all coming at the same time. People start coming in the morning. You're like, okay, you come out. They're like, oh, want to see baby. Okay, baby's sleeping. Okay, well, wait. Must you? But okay, then they're waiting. You're looking at them. You haven't slept. You're thinking about the laundry. You're thinking about sterilizing the bottles. You have to feed them. Your boobs are hurting because your milk is coming. Like it's a mess. It's a mess. And there are people who are actually happy to be there for like 4 hours. And then that set of people are leaving. And then another set, it's afternoon, wanted to see baby. We just wanted to come and, stay with you. I don't like...
Please don't stay.
Please don't stay. And I honestly, this Corona time, obviously people knew they couldn't go into people's houses, right? And I think it's also given mums an opportunity to learn how to actually know, I'm not receiving guests. Thank you very much. If you want to give me a gift, you can leave it at the door, or what you can do is give me the gift of sleep. So if you're going to come and help me watch the baby, you can sit down here, give me 30 minutes. I'll leave you the baby. You can watch her sleep. I need to go and take a shower. Give me the gift of a shower. That's what I need from you. Give me the gift of brushing my hair, as opposed to me having to entertain you. So honestly, COVID, that's been a good one.
But I mean, now that your babies are like older, so you can now start moving back into the streets.
Girl, I've been in the streets. So everybody knows I've been in the streets the last 3 years, still rocking. So I've very much been in the streets. So there's no problem with that. I love it when moms are ready to get back in the streets.
Happy. It makes me so happy. Like, so I have a friend who now has, how many kids does she have? 2. Just kind of messaging her like, oh, what are your plans this Christmas? She was like, she started thinking about it, like October.
Yes.
So she started telling her mom, everybody. She has stepmother. She started telling her mom, her stepmother, and her mother-in-law that, okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to share these children because these days
I have to be on road. I'm not available.
So you're going to take your children. I know I want them on Christmas.
That would be good for picture.
That would be nice.
Do you get?
But I really want to have a good time on these particular days. I just want to be out. And she's like, everybody was just super like understanding, very, very keen. Obviously, grandmothers always want to see their grandchildren. So they're like, no problem. Dump them. Bring them to me. I don't mind. And I'm really enjoying that for her. So what's so interesting that some people are like super ambivalent at the moment. They've not yet got into the Christmas mood. If I message her now that, do you want to? Yes.
Yeah, she'll actually have check her schedule.
I'm available.
Like, because I might have
I'm booked.
Let me see. Okay.
She's available.
I can do.
Over available, they worry. And she's available. Before you even finish, say yes.
Why not?
There's
and
nothing
I love it for her. Listen, I love it for you. Like, I think we're now in a place where moms are starting to normalize enjoyment. You're breaking free from the shackles of suffering. And I love it for you, babe. You better enter the streets. And then, as of yesterday, a lot of people, you thought you were married, but you're not. So why not enter the road? Shout out.
A friend tweeted that she went to tell her mom that apparently we've all been fornicating. And she was finding it very funny. Her mom was not a smile. Her mom was just like, is that what is amusing to you? Your marriage is null and void. And this is why you're here. So if a Lagos man tells you, kind of, he's not lying.
He's not lying. He's not lying. Don't know.
So that's when I saw that thing, I was just like, well, it's Nigeria. So I don't like the way I just like, whoa. I know Nigerian parents, a lot of parents will say, did you go to court? Did you go to sorry? Court is not even sure. Stop disturbing all of us.
I went to local government. So I'm still very much married. Shout out to Naso C. We're still married.
Because I know that wasn't your choice.
It wasn't me. I can't remember who it was. Someone told me it has to be local government. You need to do it in local government. So I was like, why? Because I was in London, doing my master's. And Naso forced me to do, if you've listened to my previous episode, you know what I'm talking about. But someone said, oh, it needs to be local government. And I was like, okay. And that was a wow. It was a really wild one. Ladies, as in, I highly recommend. It was really wonderful. It was so fantastic. So when we got there, they'll make you, obviously you're sitting in front of the registrar or whoever, then they start giving you advice, about, you're the woman, you have to the first thing I want to tell you is that you have to agree always, I was like, you just have to agree. Whenever you see him, you just look at him. Sister, look at him. Now show him your bedroom eye. I was like, like that. So anytime you see him, you have to do like that. Okay, now get up before we start the ceremony. And we're going to do some praise and worship. Who can lead us? Sister, you're getting married. Today is a joyful day for you. Lead us in a joyful chorus to the Lord. I was like, you said that you're not Christian. And you're saying you want to marry. Give us a song. You're a bride. Give us a song.
Really?
I was now there like, hey, what song? Okay. We are saying thank you, Jesus. Everyone was now, oh, thank you, man.
So you guys had a full session?
It was a full thing. Then they made it like, oh, carry your wife. You have to see how you're going to carry your wife. You carry her into the home. Now, carry her the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. It was jokes. Everyone goes to local government.
Yeah. But just in general, like Nigerian civil servants are jokes. So my friend, one of my friends, my business partner was telling me about how he went with a friend. I think it was to the registry or the local government. I'm not sure. And he used to be like weirdly shy. So the babe wanted to ask a question. So she was going in. She now told him, "Oh yeah, come." So she was, that me telling someone to come. He said the women in the local government said, "Are you pregnant? You don't want to marry? Come inside, my friend." And the thing is that, like, they did not even know what was going on. They said, "Don't mind him. He will do it. Come in, my friend."
Oh my God.
And obviously that not increases anxiety.
It's like, what is happening?
He don't know what coming. They're not saying it in Yoruba. That's how they behave.
Don't worry.
My dear, don't worry. We do it.
Oh my God.
Mr. Man, come in. And the guy was just there like, I came to follow this stupid girl to ask a question now.
And now here we are.
And they're already telling us stories. Don't worry. It happens like that sometimes. And they will come, they will say they're not doing. But by the special grace of God, they do it. So Nigerian civil service, like there's nothing you will tell me that I think is weird. A friend of mine told me how she got into an argument. They delayed her service for like an hour because they told her that, because they have all these money making ventures.
Yes.
So she had come with her own pen.
Oh,
said,
okay, yes,
no.
it's their own
You
pen.
buy a pen.
Yes. Then they tell you to submit your rings, and then you have to buy the ring back. So you have to pay for them to give you back the ring to put on the finger for the photography.
Then you can't come with your own photographer.
Yeah, exactly. It has to be their own.
They have people on ground.
And then they have to direct. That's how I ended up. They said, you have to carry this picture must happen. You must carry your wife.
What if he can't carry you?
Like that.
These are the issues. So
can you just see me?
That's when a joyful day will turn to something else. Because when you start saying your friends will call, how did you go? Like, wow, on the way to the hospital. But they say you should carry me. You know I'm not that light. That's how you wanted to carry me.
And their problem now disaster struck.
I mean, I find like anything Nigeria government offices, bruh. Best of luck to all involved. Nicole, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Guys, keep Zephans and Co on your, just have an alert so that anything that drops, Congratulations to Kiki. I think I want to speak to her soon. I'm working on something next year. I'm going to look for her because I find people that are able to do certain types of businesses at scale.
Right.
In Nigeria. Because she was one of the first people that insisted on nothing like DM.
Yeah.
Don't DM me. And people were telling her you will lose, because initially that was part of their model. People told her she would lose out business. She said, okay, don't worry. Like eventually, people will adjust, and it's fine for me because it's taking time away from my staff and my business. I just found that really interesting. The styles they do, the range of sizes. She's just doing a fantastic job.
She is. She's an incredible, incredible woman. Like even for the drop, I had asked, and I love when people actually have like structure and standards. So obviously lots of people are like, I don't want to hear sold out. So I don't want to hear sold out. So isn't there a way we can just, just have like a link, just, beforehand, just let us know. So, we can just get our own before it goes live. So I messaged Kiki like, oh, hey, Kiki. Because some websites do it. Like they send out like links, for everyone. She's like, no. That's going to take time. Everyone will just be able to access the site 9 a.m. Sorry, but that's just what it's going to be. I don't have the capacity right now to be able to make any special link links, or, send out orders. Everything will be ready at this time and that's it. And it was period, ! Period.
I loved it.
And I love it for her. So yeah, it's very difficult in Nigeria to have that kind of business, and it's like a proper factory, and it's just really exciting. She's so inspirational and she'll be so happy to speak. She loves dealing with women. Her whole life is about like service to women. So shout out to her. Shout out Kiki. Love you.
All right, Nicole, thank you.
Thank you.
Every time we have you, we're happy. Every time I talk to you, I'm happy. So this has been fantastic.
Girl. Thank you.
All right, guys. Good luck to our mothers. We can't wait to deliver all this fantastic stuff to you. Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry
and see you
Christmas.
tomorrow for day 9.